Now, I'm sure you've seen English muffins at the supermarket, but have you ever thought of making them from scratch? They're actually quite easy to do. Now, English muffins are yeast leavened bread. So this is just some dried yeast, 1.5 teaspoons, and I'm going to add some sugar, so a tablespoon of caster sugar. This feeds the instant yeast, so it activates. Also, some warm milk. Now, the milk needs to be warm. Think of blood temperature. So lukewarm is what we're looking for. I'll then add that. And then you need this to sit in a warm spot in the kitchen. What will happen is it will activate and look like this. This can take 15 minutes or it could take half an hour. It really depends on how hot the kitchen is at the time. Now for the base of the bread, so just some plain flour. If you can get some bread flour just like this one, it works a treat, 550 grams. I'll place that into a food processor, and we're going to need this so we can activate the gluten. Also some baking powder and a pinch of salt. And now I'll add some egg whites. Now this is what makes these really unique. This is 3 egg whites that I've whipped to stiff peaks. So we'll add that to our flour and then we'll start kneading this. So on with the lid. You can do this by hand if you like. It'll just take a bit of time. We're looking for a really soft dough. So we'll just turn that on. And then I'll let that mix for about 30 seconds before I start adding my activated yeast. Now, originally English muffins were called toasty crumpets, and it was an English baker that moved to America that developed the recipe. I love them with eggs Benedict, but I'm going to change it up a little bit and serve it with a blackberry and blueberry jam with thyme. I'm going to show you how to make that from scratch. All right, in with our yeast, and I'll keep kneading this until it's really soft. Then what I'll do is just place it into a bowl, cover it with a bit of cling film and allow it to double in size, and that should take about an hour. Now you can see this dough is transforming and it's starting to take shape. They're looking like those gorgeous English muffins. I've actually made small ones. These are 6 centimetres, but by all means you can make the classic size, which is around 10 centimetres. I rolled the dough out so it's 2 centimetres thick, and then just cut them out and put them on some individual pieces of paper. Now just allow these to double in size. It will take about an hour, so allow them to prove one more time. But in that time, we can make a delicious jam to go with it. I love blackberries in a jam. It makes the best jam. I love the colour of it too. So 2 punnets of the blackberries. By all means, you can mix up the berries. Even raspberries would work nicely with this. Along with some good old blueberries. And then some honey for some sweetness. You could use some caster sugar, which is very traditional. I just want to change it up slightly. And then some cinnamon, a good pinch of cinnamon. And some thyme. I love the flavour of thyme with berries. 3 sprigs of thyme, and we'll add that at this stage too. Now, in order for this to set, we need to add some lemon. So I'm going to add some lemon juice, and I'm also going to use the seeds in this lemon. It sounds really weird to add the seeds to this, but there's natural pectin in these seeds, which means it's going to help our jelly set. So in it goes, and we'll fish them out at the end, 2 or 3 seeds, and then just a squeeze of lemon juice. Now we'll pop that onto the stove top, and we'll put that onto a medium heat. Now once this comes to the boil, I'm going to turn it down. It's going to cook for about 30 minutes or until it becomes really sticky and jammy. And then once this is doubled in size, they go into the oven. They don't take long at all to cook, about 8 to 10 minutes. How great do these little English muffins look? You know, I love making these from scratch. They smell fantastic. It's always such a reward, the patience and the effort you put in when you make something like this. Now, this size is fantastic for high tea, but if you wanted to make these double the size, they would be perfect for Eggs Benedict. Now, I've allowed them to cool just a little bit. I want to serve these warm, and like I said, a classic English muffin needs to be cut open to serve it. Now, you can keep these for a few days, and traditionally you would toast them, but because they're so fresh and fluffy, a generous spread of butter is what I love, and homemade jam, and it's been scented with that thyme, honey and cinnamon. It is just perfect. A little dollop of that over the top. Yum. I love baking at home. It's very therapeutic. I tell you what, if you make these for your family and friends, they are going to love you for it. This is such a treat and very old school.